Hello there guys and welcome back to another live stream. My name's Mike, aka Decimal Punked, and we are in Blender 4.5.4. Those of you that have been following the last few streams will have seen all of these assets I've been creating for my medieval RPG. So we've got quite a lot of things. This is my asset list I made. Split into categories, so you've got the world, you've got the town, mausoleum, farmland, lumberyard, the graveyard. So there's quite a few different things there. What I wanted to do this stream, I'm hoping it won't take longer than 3 hours, is to make the herbalist shack. It's for one of the NPCs, Gisela the Crone. So I've sketched a rough thing in Photoshop. I know the perspective is off massively, but I was gonna go for something like, if you look at the style of the other houses, I was thinking of going for like a wooden frame as opposed to the other buildings over there. So it would be wooden panels, and the roof I was thinking straw, but like a faded, like almost in bad condition thatched roof, and I was going to have these wooden beams going across, kind of tied at the front, and then maybe have some herbs hanging off of there. So I've got a shelf that's going to have some ingredients. There'll be a table with like pestle and mortar, chopping board, a few couple of things filled with spice, and then a couple of sacks over in the corner, just like with ingredients, a cauldron in the middle. Might make sense to have a little bit of a roof of sorts if we're going to have that. Not too sure how I'd do that actually. Maybe like a little raised thing, and then just a table with a chair. The chair we'd reuse the model we've already made, so then we just need like a little inkwell and a book. So fairly simplistic. So how am I thinking of doing this? I think the first thing to do is to get the height. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to temporarily just use a cube. Just so we've got an idea of how... Hold on. Where's my cube? No, I don't want to delete it. I want to select it, thank you. Jesus. Right, let's move you over there. I think that height's good. So if we had... maybe something like that. I feel that's a good size. space for the room. Okay. Right, so how am I going to do this? So we're having wooden walls. Wooden walls, and then the roof is going to be thatched. I think you'd need. Would you need a supporting column if you've got the roof? I mean, I'm just trying to think how we would do that. So if you had it dead central, it might look a little bit odd, but like, would you have one? It feels like you'd need something in the middle. You need something in the middle. No, sorry, not in the middle. You need something at the front and one at the back, just to support the roof. Let's just start with so sorry, I'm debating how to. Why is that one? Sorry, that wall looked a bit. Strange. Okay, sorry, getting a bit distracted there. Right, let's add a cylinder. We went for 5 verts. I'm just looking at my sketch. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, so that feels a nice height. Does that feel too wide? Right, I'm happy with that height. I'm just gonna move this across. If we had a door here, so it'd be nice if the player could kind of go inside it. Like the mausoleum is the other area where they'll be able to go inside. Oh. So that's the width of the building. That feels good. But then you wouldn't have a door that wide. I was thinking of having it open. As in just open at all times. But then the shop would get robbed. So you need to have doors. You need to have doors kind of... what's the word? You know, to shut it up after business. So I was thinking if we had a door frame and then had one door kind of open, I think that would be good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just move those behind the red line, and we're gonna delete that. And then how does that feel? That feels good. Right, so what we need to do is we're gonna go bird's eye, Captain Bird's Eye. We're gonna do RZ180. And the reason we're doing that is to get the faces the right orientation. So now what we can do is we can bridge connect those edges. So that will form the wall. With the front, so we could just have like one wide open door maybe. Oh, that's going to be a bugger. Oh no! Those faces! They're not... Oh, actually, I think that would look okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the top bit here. I guess you would have one at the back. Or middle, sorry. Like supporting column. Right, let's join these together. What happened there? I say get the roof done first and then we can do our cuts. Because there's gonna be like we want to be able to make the wood look a bit wonky, so, and we'll inset the we'll bevel the edge as well to give it that wood effect. Now with a door, right, the roof. We need something to connect all of these together. So, and it needs to come to a triangular point. Think. Oh, this is tricky. I didn't think about the. Oh my god! I've done four houses with structural supports. You'd think I would have kind of got that sorted. We need to have a beam going across there. So Right, boom, done. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, maybe we can sort that one out after. What we'll do, we'll do a cut there. It has to line up, that's bugging me. Oh, is that why? Well, that's going to be a bit awkward. So that's the height, and then Oh, I remember. I can't do the I can't do the actually, if we delete that, no. It's like we need to do the cuts before that. Yeah, so these bits. That's a bit of a pain because I've gone for that shape for the wooden beams. Oh, let me just think for a sec, guys. One option is to add a face here. Oh, this is annoying. Tell you what, let's get our wood in. We're gonna go for. Oh wait, hold on. God. Those vertical cuts aren't for... They're not for kind of doing the crease thing that I've got planned. Oh, dude. It's doing it to... Ah, what I want to do is just do the indentation. That's a pain, isn't it? I mean, one way of doing this, I guess, would... Oh my god, why am I struggling with this? All I want to do is do oh, hold on. I think I did it at the wrong stage. Where was the depth? I know there was a depth. Width. Jesus bloody Christ. Dude, why am I... It's doing it to the center. It's doing it to the geometry. And we don't want that. Oh my god, this is giving me a headache, guys. It's fine when it's a flat surface, but this is all the way around. It's almost like what you want to do is like so like that. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're just going to do this manually. Bit of a pain, but... Oh, I've not done the back. Oh dear. All right. Right, I'm feeling a little bit better now that we've got those done. Right. So now we can try and make the wood a bit wonky donkey. So with the door, we'll basically go to verts. Well, I feel like that needs to be the same. Ow! Ow! Pain in the leg. Ah, Jesus. And there you have the wonk. Right, so that is the that is the wooden kind of the inside. I feel like that. I feel like that should come out. I'm in such a dilemma about that last section with the square. Because we've got the pentagon. It kind of makes this a little bit tricky. The good news is we've got the lower frame done. I know what I want my roof to look like. So that's... So now that we've got that done, what I could do is bridge that. But now that's an engon. But if I triangulate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Why does that not pick that up as an interior face? How bizarre. Oh, it's because the vert... Right, I've got you. I've got you. In that case... Is it the same there with the it is, isn't it? Don't know why I did that. Okay, welcome to the stream, guys. Best way to do this. Thatched roof. It is like it needs to kind of go like that. Oh my god, dude. I feel because I've gone for these pentagon pillars to represent wooden beams, I've kind of made my job a little bit trickier. Let's think about this. I mean, the option is But if I extruded these ones up a little bit, then I'll have a face to connect to. God, this is tricky. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. What are we doing with this one? Because that... kind of does need to connect. And it would be a four-sided face there. Oh my God, this is giving me a right headache. Let's just do what I've got planned in my head. Ugh! It's a bit thick. That's gonna be tricky. That gap. Unless we had that open for ventilation, I'm not sure. We can extrude these faces outwards to do the overhang that we have on the other buildings. I mean, it is a shop after all. Let's do this thing. Let's go. How much are we coming out by? Let's go 80. 50 actually. R30. And then these edges need to come down, so G on the Z. Okay. If there's a cauldron in there, it does feel like we would need a kind of section for the smoke to get out. Where would the cauldron be? So this is my crappy little sketch. If the cauldron is maybe here. The cauldron's over there. We could do a vent in this part of the roof. Trying to think how to. So you basically create a hole, then extrude. I know how I do it. Oh my god. Right, let's just get the thatchedness on this. I'm only going to go 3 cuts. Now, because this is an interior building, I can't really cull the tries. This is the only building other than the mausoleum when the player will be able to go inside. We need to extrude this out as well. Oh no. Can we... Hold on. Yeah, it's so bloody awkward having that as a oh man. Sorry guys, I'm having a right brain fart. Oh my god. You'd need the straw going round the back. Bloody hell. We could just bring this face out. Hold on, what's going on there? Right, okay, so I think that was 70 we came out by. How the hell am I going to do this one? How are we going to do that, Mike? I feel like if we were to get the verts, can I just like do that? No. You numpty. Why did you do that? Oh my god. I'll tell you what, let's try something here. Right, that's given us a flat face there. If I was to delete those faces, I should be able to do that. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, mate? I am thinking... That was a bad idea. Why are you not? That was a bad idea. Why did you even think about that? I mean, what we could do here actually is if we did do the interior is not going to see that. We could do an edge slide there, and then actually we could probably get rid of that altogether. Yeah, because that's not going to be seen. So if I just did that, you would never know. Okay. Right. That is all done. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give the roof the treatment. My magical treatment that I do. Kind of like a chess grid. Right, what are we going to do about this gap here? Hey Owen, welcome to the stream, dude. Sorry, I'm feeling a little bit deflated. I think I've made it a bit difficult for myself. I'm doing the Herbalist Shack, and I opted for pentagon shapes for the wooden supporting beams, and it's very tricky to get it connected. Bloody nightmare. Right, how are we gonna do this door? This gap. How are we gonna do the gap, and what would it be? Because it wouldn't make sense to have it as wood. Anything other than wood. Would it be vertical bits or? Like those faces up there are quite different. Oh my god, dude. Kind of. Well, it's just awkward because obviously everything else is a cube, and then you've got the pentagons, but I have been able to connect it fairly well, I would say. Oh, I've got to do the inside. I haven't done the inside walls. Give me 1 second. Alright. What's going on here? Alright, that's the kind of inside. This top bit is bugging me. Should I just leave it open like that? Like, to be fair, with the smoke from the cauldron, it might make sense. Why is that doing that? Can you see that? It's like a square patch. Right. I mean, it could be open roof, couldn't it? Because The water's not really going to get in because you've got the overhang from the straw roof. It's just bloody tricky because it's not like a... I really don't know what to do with that roof. I'm stumped. Would it look odd if I just left it kind of like that with the roof? It feels like odd. It feels like it needs sealing off. What have we got there? If we were to extrude from there, okay, might not be the best solution, but it's a solution. Right, let's do what I've got planned. It should... That goes down to... that vertex there. Right, it's not going to be perfect, but... if I was to get these verts, so that one goes... Not perfect, but it does the job. I know there's some Z fighting going on there, but it's a solution. Don't want to delete that one. But we can get rid of those ones. What was that one? I guess we could even get rid of that one. Oh, so awkward having the pentagon. But that does kind of solve the problem. Right, so we'll do the same again. So it goes there. Nice. Okay, we have an indoor section, guys. Let's just do the back. Please tell me that's a normal shape. Square, okay. Right, that's going to connect to just down there, okay. So we're going to get that face. Oh my god. Oh, is that a bit of a funny shape? Oh, I remember I had to... Oh my god, I don't know how that one's going to look. My god, I'm a little bit worried about this one. How does it look from the inside? That looks okay, actually. Okay, problem, stress averted. Jesus. Okay, that's not looking too bad for a shack. Right, I need to make a cauldron. Okay, we're just gonna we're gonna do this simple. So I am happy with that. I think we can actually do colour to this now, guys. Actually, we haven't put in a roof yet. So I'm thinking maybe if we deleted out those bits, joined the inside, inset the faces surrounding it, then we've got something to. Oh my god. So if I deleted that, or yeah, if you deleted that face, delete the faces. What the? that's the roof for the chimney. We may as well just get the chimney done, then I can actually put in the colours. Hey, Portier, thank you for the spam view. Appreciate it. Much obliged. How am I going to do this? Well, we need some faces along the edge. So basically, almost like here, if I do inset, then we've would that work? And set 50. Bloody hell. Oh, sugar. Oh, it's funny. Okay. Oh, so a right piss angle this is because I changed the roof. We just go 10. There we go. We've got a little kind of chimney thing. Yeah, look, there we go. So now we've got an airflow, so having the cauldron in there doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Oh no. Actually, you know what? I don't mind that. No, I do. It looks odd. It looks odd, Mike. Don't. I don't mind that that tiny corner bevel effect. I don't mind that. I quite like that. Okay. Right, we can get rid of these faces on the bottom. That should reduce the tries a fair bit. Right, shall we give this some colour, guys? I'm pretty happy with that as the kind of the base for it. It wasn't meant to be anything fancy, this building. It's literally meant to be the crone's shack, the herbalist. So how are we doing time? 2 hours, okay. I barely drink my coffee when I'm modelling, guys. Okay. So we're going to, if we go, sorry, 1 second. Shack. Okay, we'll just label this as shack. and I wanted it to be like a deteriorating thatched roof. So not as pristine as the other ones. Okay, now we're gonna do the timber. So we'll do the interior in a second. Okay. Dude. Okay, I think we've got all the timber. Oh no. Obviously from the outside we have the support. I think that'll be okay. Pretty sure I've got all of the timber there. Or the timber frame, sorry. If that was straw, it would burn. So... Okay. Oh no! This bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Right, let's... See what I was saying about making the making the roof slightly not derelict, but maintenance, just aged. Right, the wood. I feel the base is too... I love that little chimney thing I've done. That's really, really cool. Is that too... I feel that's okay, you know. The roof's faded, like it's not been looked after. I think that's nice. It's different to the other houses. It doesn't look as nice and new or well maintained. So, and that's coming in at 2,049 tries. But what I'm going to do is it's not done because the items that I'm going to put inside it's like they need to be attached to it. I'm just trying to think. Right, I know at the start of the stream, it took me a tiny, not long, but it took me a tiny while just to kind of get my bearings and figure out how I was going to approach this shape, because yeah, it's a bit different. To put on a handle as well, but what I want to do is get a cauldron in there, so we'll start filling it out, and basically all the items, they'll kind of be their own thing, but joined as one hall. Oh my god, why can't I get my words out? It'd be one whole object basically. So right, cauldron. I mean, it's 2,049 tries. That's kind of what I had in mind. I was thinking more shanty-like in the way it was built. You know, like in shanty towns, you have like solid plates, sheets of wood just mashed together. That was the kind of look I was going for, but I felt that would be too out of place for the rest of the town, which is fairly nice looking. Right, so for the cauldron, I'm thinking go for an ecosphere. Maybe not. to be fair, that's not a bad shape. If I lifted that up to make it less of a point. Oh, dude. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. I want that vert. Oh, there we go. Okay, I know this can be done. I think I've only done this once. I know I don't need to do anything really with that bottom section. Cauldron. Right, what I want to do, guys, is we need to kind of extrude vertices. What I need to do is extrude and make sure that. So I just basically want to give it a bit of thickness. Oh my god. 1 second, I'm going to query this with AI. It's been a while since I've done this. That can't be right. Well, it's a cauldron. That did the job quite nicely. So what was that option I did? Along local normals. That worked really nicely. So AI was completely useless in that sense. Okay, so we've got a nice thickness on the cauldron. What we need to do is add 3 legs and 2 handles. Yeah. Right, let's come out of there. Oh my god, that's too small. Put him in the cauldron. I basically, Awen, what I was trying to do, I don't know if you were watching, but where I had the sphere? I think this is, yeah, sphere. Where I made the sphere and cut it in half, all of the inside had no faces, basically. So I basically needed to select the interior faces and I needed to add thickness to it. And I remember there was a way that you can do it, where you can like select a ringlet or, you know, like a strip, and extrude it so it's all kind of not overlapping. It's all kind of what's the word? Just working as it should. AI gave me a really long-winded way of doing it, and I didn't go with that in the end. I just selected the faces I wanted to do, and I said extrude in faces along the normals, and that did it. So, and it looks good. And our man is in the drink. So, what? I think that's actually a really good size. So what we need to do now is, I think that's a good height. No, none of that. No, this option. But if I select them, these ones for example, it's extrude faces along normals. There isn't even a hotkey for that, but that's what I did. And it's done the job. It's created the thickness, as you can see. Right, so our man is in the cauldron. Maybe that's a tiny bit too high. We don't want him doing his backing while he's working. It's not for him, it's for the NPC, Gisela the Crone. That feels too low. There we go. You now must give the man a hammer. He's got a mountain to climb. Why would he have a... Why has he got to climb a mountain? Okay, so we need 3 feet coming off of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inset the faces. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably the best I'm gonna get with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Either way, it's gonna. Ah. 3, 3, 4. We're just gonna have to go with that. Right, so we're gonna inset the faces. I'll go for 10 maybe, or 5. I think 8's good. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go to the vertex mode and... Ooh. What have I done there? Let's just go 5. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to select edge, we're going to extrude to fit that, and we're going to move these up. And get these vertices all aligned. I love doing the snap to vertices or edge. I just really like it. Okay. So we have some triangular legs here. So how am I going to space those apart? If I wanted to move them apart, because they're all kind of facing different ways. So like with this one, that's on the x-axis. If we did gx, oh, if we did gx, say 20, and then this one would be gy 20. Whereas this poor bugger is all on his lonesome at a funny angle. It's like, oh man. Where? Oh, there we go. Oh, what is that one? That's what we want, that normal. Right here. So, if I go normal. Oh my god, dude. Move, transform on the normal. Oh my god, how must... I just want to move it along this normal here. So everything's symmetrical. That's all I need to do. Come on. Is that a funny angle? That's the pain in the arse with this. Just looking at the options on the bottom there. Shift X. Oh, is that control? Anyone got any ideas? This is so such a simple thing, I feel. I mean, if I moved it 2 on the X, 2 on the Y. I think I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. Cauldron done. Right, we obviously want to give this some fluid. Just wondering. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, because that's we can delete those interior faces. So delete those. Delete those. And then do the face. So the triangulate option, triangulate selected, that means we're not actually adding face triangles. So it doesn't add to the triangles, but where the faces goes up from 89 to 100, so I guess that just, because if I didn't triangulate the faces, that's going to be a massive Engon. I don't know, AUN. I don't think there is a problem. I think I'm all good. Right, let's give this some colour. So, are we going to have some handles coming off the side of this? What do you guys reckon? Should we have a handle coming off the side? I feel like what we can do is nothing. Yeah. Right, let's go into the shading. And I feel like it needs handles. It's not meant to be moved. It's kind of permanently in place. It's like a witch's cauldron. But if you look up cauldrons, there are literally every one of them has handles. Maybe I should just put some handles on. Um, oh! Jesus! Yeah, I hear what you're saying, dude. I do hear what you're saying, but have a quick Google of cauldron. Every single one has handles of some kind. Literally. So I'm just gonna put the handle on there. It's not too much work. Um, uh, Oh no, I completely agree with you, dude. I honestly, I agree with you. I feel because it's in situ all the time, it doesn't need handles. But on the rare chance that our herbalist might need to chuck it out and replace it with something new, then you know at that stage it would require handles. But yeah, it's I hear you, dude. That'll do. What do you reckon to that? That looks good. Simple handles. I know it's got a pointy bum, but like if we did select that vert, quite like that for a cauldron. Let's give it some colour, guys. Are we going black? Gotta go traditional black, but not black black. And it would be well used, so it wouldn't be too shiny. So I think I'm gonna go 0.7. So I found a picture here of a real cauldron, and the colour of the legs and the metal band around the top is a different colour to the cauldron. Like rusty, almost. To be honest, there is all sorts on Google for this. Right, let's do the fluid. What are you thinking? Purple? Oh, dude. Dude. Right, shall we move this into position under the chimney? Oh, it's perfect! It fits perfectly! Oh my god, I'm so happy. Well, She's called. I've named her Gisela the Crone. So, you know, bit of a witch, bit of a herbalist, bit of a medicinal person. So it could be anything in there. But I mean, any colour I make it, it's going to come across dodgy. Like, if I went green or blue, it would be the same thing. But purple, you know, that could be lavender that's giving it the purple colour. Who knows? Right, so the cauldron is coming in at 262 tries. I'm happy with that. And it's right beneath there, so like we can give some really cool smoke effect in Unity. Like, I'm really excited for this. And then what I would probably do in engine, like I don't know if I'm going to allow the character to jump or not, because it's not going to be point and click, it's more going to be... Yeah, because you know what people are like when there's jump in a game. You just try jumping on everything. Like, we don't want any glitchiness. Right, so we need to do a stone surround for that. So I'm just going to quickly... Oh, mate, red cabbage is lovely. You on about like the purple cabbage that you tend to get in like kebabs and things? I love that. If I ever get a kebab, it's a doner wrap with red cabbage, lettuce and garlic mayo. I love the red cabbage. It's got a bit of a sour flavour to it. Oh my god, dude. I tell you what. That hide thing. Oh. Oh, hold on a minute. How's that for a rock for the fireplace? 59 tries, baby. Nice shape to that. I quite like that shape. GG. Whoa. Levitating, baby. Oh my god, I've hidden everything again. Oh, it's the bane of my life, that is. Let's go build the cauldron fireplace. It looks like our man's got a skirt. Oh, Jesus. Right, obviously that is way too big. Christ. I was thinking something like that. Oh, very cool. That's very cool. I don't want to make it any more, what's the word? I don't want to make the rocks any bigger, because then, well, it would just be too big, but that's a good space to put the logs beneath. So, yeah, that looks good. Right, so if we go to sphere, I should have done the I should have done the material first before I duplicated it. All good. Oh, that looks nice. I know it's the same model duplicated, but I don't mind that. Oh, I should have labelled that. Dude. Right, where is my shitty sketch? Okay. I might give her a barrel. I was gonna have like herbs hanging off of this door. Or like maybe you've got to imagine it with a floor. It's a bit tricky having like just the plane. Really happy with the building itself though. Definitely stands out from the others, but not too much. Shall we do? Let's do. I'll tell you what we'll do. we'll do the. We'll quickly do the shelf unit. I feel it would be a good idea if I did a collection, put it in the town, and called this Herbalist Shack. I just feel like it'd be good to keep those together within the town. Because all that's left on the asset list, guys, for the town, is this shack, the gate and turret, which are essentially one object. And then I may think of, I don't know, some filler scenery items for the town. Just a couple though, and then we can jump onto the NPCs. I'm hoping by Saturday I'll be working on the NPCs, guys. So, exciting times. Right, what am I doing? I'm doing a shelf system, so I'm gonna go for cube. Where is that? Why are you insane? Don't do that to me. What I might do, guys, is I might scale down the height of the buildings only by a smidgen, so that it's more like you can see the height of the doors. Like when the player was next to it, it did feel good, but they're only like by, I don't know, 10 centimeters, maybe 15 centimeter reduction in scale is what I was going to go for. But I'm really happy with what I've made. Right, what are we doing? We're doing the shelf system. So if I scale on the X, maybe it'd be better actually if I just, oh, sometimes I'll find it easier just to get Yeah, I think that's a good height. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, is that too big? Too long? Yeah, I think that's good. Right. Right, so what we need to do is we need to have 3 rows. So walls. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 cuts. Let's do that. So, oh my god. Hold on, instead of doing that, would it not just be easier? Can I just like do that? Okay. Alright. Not a problem. Ugh. Shelves. Done. It's too neat and tidy though. So let's mash it up a little bit, shall we? Oh my god, dude. I love doing that. I love just playing with the perfect model and just making it have character. There's something really, really fun in doing that. Do you know what I mean? It was perfectly straight before, and now it's come to life. It's alive. Right, let's give you some colour, lad. Where is it? What colour are we going to give you? Oh, what is that called? Shelf? 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 Shelf. Shack shelf. Shack rack. I'll just call it shack shelf. Okay. I'm gonna give that 0.85. And then why is the oh could give that a darker colour, to be fair. So if we have that on the entrance, and then maybe in the corner could be the desk that I have planned. I mean, the thing is, we can rearrange this room however we want when we've got the props in. The cauldron needs to stay over there. You wouldn't have a desk near a cauldron, so maybe we could have like looking at my floor plan, excuse the bad drawing, that's not to scale or proportion, but you would have these together for efficiency. It's like being in a kitchen. You want things in the right place, easy access. It'd be the same for this. So, Jesus. You probably have the prep table closer to the cauldron with the ingredients shelf in reach of the cutting table. So it's almost as if that needs to go against that wall, and then have the prep table, because when the player then comes in here, that's the first thing they'll see. So let's do that. Let's do R90. And what is that? Oh. Already looking better. Do you know what I mean? When the player comes up to the building and they see this shelf full of really cool, colourful stuff, like I'm gonna have like some crystals and herb-looking roots and things, and a bowl filled with something, and vials, containers on the bottom shelf. And then yeah, I mean, we could have you could have the table there, like the prep table, so like right next to the ingredient shelf, and then this section could be the desk with the chair here, and then in the corner here could be storage. I think that would be quite nice. Let's just borrow a chair. Oh. If I name that as shelf. So it's 268. So there's quite a bit of detail going on in the herbalist shack. Where's that chair? So I'm gonna dupe this. And just put that there. And then put it in there. And call it shack chair. And that, ooh. There we go. Look at that. So all we need is the desk, the prep table, and then the things to decorate the room. See, it is tempting, because this is an interior, to extrude the wall face to give depth, but I really don't want to add more tries. Like, it doesn't feel necessary. Like, it's meant to be like, I was going for low poly look, so. Oh, I really like that. Okay. It does feel to scale, this one. I know the door's quite massive. Yeah, so we need to put a handle on the door. I mean, it could probably... Is it too tall in height for him? We can always sort the scale of the buildings. I think what's happened is where I've kept a consistent height of doors and things, the other houses and buildings have followed similar suit. But I can sort the scale of those, so it's not a problem. Ooh, Jesus. Right. How long have we been going? Oh my god, 3.5 hours. Okay. What have we made then this stream? So we have. He's getting on my nerve being in the doorway. Just intrusive. So what have we made this stream? We have made the Herbalist Shack building. I'm very happy with that. I love the little roof I've got. We've built a cauldron, the rocks around, and the bookcase. I know this building took a little bit longer than I'd hoped for, as in the building frame itself, not the interior decoration. But that's because of the complication with the majority being cubes, but then the supports being pentagon shaped. So that was a tiny bit tricky, but it's turned out quite nicely, I think. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, I have just noticed something. Let's just sort these little faces out. That is timber. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to call the stream there, guys. I knew this one might not get finished in one session. I feel actually, hold on. Edge. No. Why are you doing that? Oh. Hold on, what have you got there? I haven't missed any. How does it look from over here? That's better. When the player comes in, I want them to see the fluid. Okay, right, I'm going to call the stream there, guys. And what I'll do, like you can see here, the progress we've got. So all we need to do now is create some cool looking ingredients to go on the shelf. A desk with inkwell and a book, and then the table that will have the pestle and mortar chopping board, a knife and a couple of things of spice. Got a cool idea for that. So, and then that will be the herbalist shack wrapped up. So yeah, taken longer than I thought it would, but this is a point of interest. It's part of a quest line, so I want it to look good, so I don't mind putting in the time. So yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, guys, feel free to give us a follow on Twitch. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel below to see previous game dev streams for Unreal, Unity or Blender, and Blender should I say. Thanks for joining me. Feel free to tune back tomorrow to see the herbalist shack be completed with all the trimmings and interior decor. We'll add on the door handle as well, so, and potentially do the turret and gate as well, and wrap up the whole modelling, and then we can move on to NPCs at the weekend. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next stream. Ciao ciao for